Hey, it's the Scotch Test Dummies coming to you with a little bit of Aberlour.
12-year.
Boba Fett.
Classic.
I love him.
Let's test it.
Test it!
Let's go right into it while you're looking. Star Wars.
Do it. I hit a
We
button.
know that Disney bought Star Wars.
Oh, thank you, Disney.
They are, okay, think of the Star Wars movies as the Avengers.
Oh, God.
And how the Avengers is broken out into these,
Iron Man.
each character gets his own movies.
Yes.
Basically, Thor,
Yes.
Iron Man, Captain America.
Yeah, I didn't even
the
like...
Hulk.
I wasn't anti-superhero, but I never read all the superhero stuff as a kid.
Yeah.
But I was a Star Wars dude.
Yeah.
And they did so good with the superheroes that I love the movies.
Oh, yeah.
And now...
Now Star Wars they're going to do the same thing with basically, and which actually Disney bought
for $1 billion.
Marvel from Stan Lee.
Yeah, and then they got with George Lucas.
And then they
$1 billion.
Star Wars was like 3.5 billion or something like that.
But they're doing a Fett trilogy.
Boba Fett is supposed to be getting his own movies.
Thank you. I love the Fett. Love the Fett. The Fett deserves his own movies. Now this is Han. This is Tron Solo here. All right. By the way, ripped T-shirts. If you haven't, go check out the ripped T-shirts. All right, that's where this is from. They do all kinds of genre mixing. Love it. Speaking of genre mixing, tell us about the Aberlour.
Aberlour 12-year, and there's a couple of variations with the Aberlour 12-year. We have, this is basically the 12-year double wood.
Yes.
Double cask matured is what they call theirs.
Do they have one in a sherry cask, if I remember?
That's what this one is.
All right.
Double cask, yeah. And then I think there's one occasionally that they do, or a limited edition.
And you love the sherry.
Go back to one of the first best scotches that I had, and I still love it, the Balvenie 12-year double wood.
Yeah, can't go wrong with the Balvenie.
And it spent some time in a sherry cask, and that has led to my trying many scotches that have been aged in sherry casks. The Aberlour 12-year along the same lines, and also the Dalmore 12-year are whiskeys aged for the majority of the time in a standard oak cask, moved to a sherry cask then for a short period of time, maybe up to a couple of years. But the nose, the hints of the taste that you get from that sherry, to me, I love.
Yeah,
and
you do. As much, and I like the sherry, but as much as I love the peat, you love the sherry. Now on the nose, I get a faint lemon zest and like a cane sugar.
Yep. Grassiness. I get that slight sherry. It's not real prevalent. It's not, punchy in the nose sherry. And then a little bit of lemon.
Wow. You're right. I'm loving this taste. I got that sherry pop. I get dry wood along in there with it. And then what I put is a Sparky fruity finish. I mean, it's got that little
fruity.
Yeah. I got a nice round fruit, dark fruit at the end of it, kind of in the aftertaste. But I get that little spark, that little alcohol spark right before that kicks in. It gives it a nice little rolling complexity. I mean, I really like it. I mean, it's got a nice fruity transition moving through there. Really like it.
This is 40% lower end.
Really?
It usually doesn't take that much water to open it up.
Yeah, I was going to say, actually, I would have guessed this was 46. A lot of times at the 40s, I'm feeling like it's a little diluted. 46 usually feels about right. That surprised me that I hadn't noticed it's a 40.
Now the taste to me is very smooth. I get just a slight sherry, just a hint of that sherry that's in there. And we're talking that's like a raisin, a plum, some of your darker fruits.
Right.
I still get a light citrus though. I get a honey, I get a cinnamon, and a creaminess to it.
I get a quick finish after I swallow it. It kind of shuts down for me, but I get a little bit that clingy mouthfeel, a little bit of that astringent in the cheeks. which is kind of nice. But yeah, just like, it's not something, again, now I come from the Smokies. I love the Smokies that linger out, but you're not really gonna get that as often when you've got that fruitiness. But yeah, it just kind of drops off, but I get that astringent flavor to it.
Yep.
When I added a little water, I get a little bit of allspice and just a hint of licorice in there, like black licorice. By the way, the black licorice in my house was safe. Dad would buy it, and I hated it. The kids hated the black licorice, and that was all his. Anything red, boom, we were on it. Just throwing that out there.
Now, one thing I have in my notes as I sat at home tasting this is that as the longer that this sits out, and as I got towards the bottom of my glass, and you're talking 30 to 45 minutes.
Because you pour like a huge glass of it.
Yeah, fill it to the rim.
No.
With Aberlour.
Right. Ooh. Well, no, we'll spend some good time with an ounce.
Yes, but as I left this sit out and I get to the bottom of the glass, it picks up more of a toffee flavor. It really, the time opens it up.
See, on my notes, I have that as time went by, I got a dry oak sweetness and maybe even a little bit of I can get a little bit of it now, maybe a little bit of chocolate. So
yeah, probably a lot. The chocolate and the toffee probably go hand in hand for some people. Yeah.
All right, now back to Fett. Fett wasn't much of a talker, and I like that. I mean, he was silent, did his job well. I'm curious. I mean, clearly he's got to speak, but how do they run a trilogy? I mean, I can't wait. Don't get me wrong. I mean, you're not much of a talker.
I'm listening. I'm letting you go. I try not to interrupt.
No, but I'm saying even in real life, this is real life, but you're not a huge talker.
Yeah.
But you'll get business done.
Sure.
Now I ramble, go down side paths, little trails, go down the trail into the gully, up through a ditch, back up on the mountain, and then I come back.
Yeah.
But I can still get business done.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're probably more of a Fett than me, which hurts me to say that. But I would say you're way more fetish.
You're kind of like C-3PO then.
Oh my God, no.
Always talking, rambling, going on
no,
this and that and the other.
I figured you were going to say Solo. I'm a little bit of a scoundrel. I get in trouble a lot.
Have you even watched Star Wars?
Oh my God, come on. He's always making assumptions and they don't always
That's an
play out.
Armageddon line.
Oh, sorry. 89 for me.
Yeah, right in there. It's really good.
Yeah, I like it. The little subtle transition it makes, I'm a fan of, and I always like when they double cask it with some sherry.
Now you got off on the rambling. Let's just spend a few seconds here. Bart called me yesterday. What are you doing? I said, I'm out working in the yard doing this and that and the other. All right, well, he starts talking. It's like 10 minutes later. He's still talking, and he's telling me about a podcast that he listened to and self-publishing books.
I get a lot of good ideas.
And I just like, Bart, you went too far.
I thought maybe you needed a break. You sounded tired. I should have picked up on it.
And actually, we were supposed to get together last night and have a drink or two, and then he canceled on me. I thought, I pissed him off because I had to shut him off.
No, you weren't pissed. I totally forgot that I had the first Friday and third Saturday of every month is my dedicated board game group. And they all meet, like 30 people meet at this store. And I don't know why, we were going to film, and then I was like, ooh, shoot, I can't.
Oh, shoot.
Shoot, shucks.
Oh, shucks.
Shucky darn.
I can't.
Well, there's a game.
Nope. Let's just go.
All right. I had to get a game played, and I can only do it with dedicated gamers. Hey, by the way, though, I've been cross-promoting. Go check out Bonding with Board Games. All right, I've got my own board game channel.
Go check out Bonding with Board Games. It's a channel Bart has on YouTube. He's the chief. Are you still the chief on that?
Yeah.
Check it out.
I started to go to Bart Brunching, but people are still calling me the chief.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Oh, that was pretty well done. Yeah. I didn't know where you were going there. All right, thanks. It's the chief.
You can't lobby for yourself.
Yeah, I scotch it, you Scotch gods.
Cilantro.
Dummies.